guys, welcome back to my vlog. This is the Flores fam. For those of y'all that are new here, welcome. Today's vlog is going to be pretty quick, but it's just going to be about what my Tuesdays have been like for the past few months now. I have been going to counseling at a place in Fort Worth, Texas called The Warm Place. I haven't made a video yet, but I probably will make a video before I post this one on why I'm going to counseling and that kind of stuff. But for now, my vlog today is just going to be about how it's helped me and what the Warm Place is, and just kind of get it out there for anyone else that has been going through the same thing as I have. I don't know why I just did that, but yeah, so the Warm Place is in Fort Worth, Texas. It is a nonprofit organization that is free to the public for anyone, parents, siblings that have lost either a grandparent, parent, or sibling. I have been going for almost 2 months now, and it has helped me immensely. I come every Tuesday. Everyone is different. My little brother goes as well, and he only goes every other I think Wednesday or Thursday, but I go every Tuesday. I am in the young adult group, and I obviously am in there for both my brothers. Since I've been going, it has been it's been really hard, and it's been difficult, not only for me, but everyone in there, to hear everyone else's stories and everyone's losses. It's very hard to not go home with other people's grief as well after these, but that's kind of something that we work through in this session. The few things that I really have enjoyed about it: number one, that it's completely free. Now, that's something that not a lot of counselors will do. So when I found the Warm Place, when I called, I was like, well, do y'all take insurance? Because, well, I don't have all the money in the world. And it was completely free. And so that is really an awesome thing that Fort Worth has done. They are grouped with JPS, which normally is the bad hospital in Fort Worth, but I've been to JPS for multiple reasons, which I'll also get into in another vlog. But just this whole organization has been really awesome for the public, and I could tell they started, I think, in the 80s with just a small house. It was just one family that kind of made the Warm Place, and the reason they made it is because there's a saying, and I don't know exactly how it goes, but a lot of times siblings get kind of forgotten about when another sibling or anyone in the family has kind of been, or has passed away. So that's exactly actually why the Warm Place was made, is because the family of this little boy that lost another sibling realized that there's not much help. There was a lot of help for the parents, but there wasn't much help for the siblings that were involved also. A lot of times siblings kind of get forgotten about in a time like this because, of course, a parent is never supposed to lose their kid. So a lot of times the siblings are forgotten about, and that's just the harsh reality of life. So that's why the Warm Place was made, and it has immensely helped me. Another reason I really enjoy coming here is because I get to be around people that are my age. My group is from kids that are, or young adults that are 19 to 26. And we can all relate. It's really great to know that I am not the only one that is dealing with stuff like this. It has really helped. Another reason I really enjoy coming here is because I've gone to counselors in the past, just one-on-one counselors, and that personally for me has not helped me at all whatsoever. I don't I'm very awkward, and so when I have to go into a room with someone that I completely don't know, and don't trust at the time and pour out my feelings and my emotions to just one person. That's very difficult for me to do, and I've learned that that's just not my thing. So coming here, it's not one-on-one counseling, it is group therapy. So you're with people that are your age, and it has just been a miracle in my life. A lot of times, for me, my parents have told me a lot, or not a lot, but they, have commented that I have my wife and I'm out of the house, so she's there for me through the time that both my siblings passed away, and that is completely true. Ari has been a great help through all of this, but sometimes you not only need your family there for you, but you also need people around you that are kind of going through the same thing as you are going through. That, honestly, that more than anything has helped me, is being around people that have dealt with the same exact thing as I have. Because when you go through something like this, you feel like you're very alone, and people are there for you the first few weeks after someone has passed, and then they go off and do their own thing. So you're still here grieving, and no one's there for you. So this has been a wonderful place. Today, I tried to get here a little early. I'm in the parking lot now. I'm going to walk in and try to video a little bit of the warm place, but I won't be videoing throughout my session because for privacy reasons, I don't want to invade anyone's privacy, but I just wanted to let y'all kind of just make this vlog to open up a little bit and share with you my counseling journey and how it's been helping me, and if any of the rest of y'all have ever dealt with a loss of a sibling or parent or grandparent that has really been hard for you and you live in the Fort Worth, Dallas area, this is a wonderful place to go. Like I said, it's free. The people here are great. The volunteers here are great. Everything about this whole nonprofit organization has been wonderful so far. And they provide pizza every Tuesday. I mean, that's awesome. So, I will be walking y'all through. I'll show y'all what it looks like and try to video a little bit of the inside, but I will jump back on here after my counseling session to kind of tell y'all what we talked about this week, and once I post it, and if I get good reviews on it, I might do every Tuesday and kind of just hop on here and share what we talked about for the day, and maybe it can help y'all as well. Alright. Okay guys, so this is the outside of the warm place. This is the new building. They made it a few years ago, just for Fort Worth, and it's never been lived in or anything like that, so that's really cool. It looks like just a big house. It's really cute. And everything is locked up, so no one can get in and out. They have a police officer always on duty, so that's also very awesome. And here we go.
Marsha.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, Marsha's not here. Yeah.
So the young adult group is upstairs. I am back from group, and I just want to touch base on what we did tonight. A little backstory. With the warm group, once you get into the group, there's no people that can come in or really go out of the group. I mean, if you can obviously leave the group, but so we started with around 15 people in our group, and tonight we had 3. So with my group, it's a lot of young adults, so we have so many things, other things going on in our lives. So a lot of people aren't there every week. So we do a different activity every week on grief and how to cope with it and stuff like that. So this week, they printed out this little piece of paper that, so pretty much they're just from the beginning of the death to now in different little increments, and
it's a question and you have to answer it. So I'll go through a few of them. I'm not going to answer them all because I just don't feel like that's necessary for this vlog. So the first one is, where and how did the death of your loved one take place? I answered them and then we spoke about it in class. Number 2, who told you that your loved one had died and what feelings did you have? So that's number 2. And I'm not going to go through either one of those. Number 3, how did your family react to the death of your loved one? And were there any changes in your family after? That's a big yes. Again, not going to go into big detail, but I don't know if you're watching this vlog and you're watching it because you have gone through something like this, or you're in the middle of going through something like this. But let me tell you what. Either your family gets a lot stronger and a lot more close during these times, or your family completely gets ruined during these times. And I'm having a mixture of both because I've had 2 brothers pass away from 2 different separate parts of my family. So I'm the only one grieving 2 brothers at the same time. One brother was from my mom's side and one brother was from my real dad's side. So anyway, with one side of the family, it's really not doing very good. We're not doing very good relationship-wise. And then the other side we are. It's been fine. So that's number 3. Number 4, what was the funeral and memorial service like and were loved ones there? Number 5, how have family relationships changed after the death? It's kind of like number 3 that we talked about. A lot has changed. You really figure out who is there for you and who cares for you. Like I said, the warm place was made for a little boy because his parents realized that there was nothing for him and no way for him to grieve because everyone was worried about the parents and not the siblings. And that's really what happens. A lot of times people are so caught up with the parents that they forget about the siblings, and even the parents forget about the siblings, especially the ones that are moved out of the house and kind of on their own. But that has just been something personally that I've had to go through that's been very hard. So I'm glad I have the warm place. Number 6, what changes did you notice in yourself after the death? Obviously sadness and stuff like that. And I don't want to go into detail about that either. Number 7, the hardest things about work and home. 8, what helps me the most? 9, what helps me the least? 10, how have my friends reacted since the death of my loved ones? 11, what goals do I have in my grief journey? And when we talked about this in class, my answer was just to be able to not get over it, but just be able to grieve, if that makes sense. I've been worried about so many other people in the past few months that I haven't really been able to worry about myself, and that is important, and I've learned that throughout my group. That and realizing that everyone has their own way of grieving is a very important thing. Your family is going to grieve differently. Everyone grieves completely differently, and you have to respect that. But if the other person isn't reciprocating that respect, then that's when the family issues come in. And then number 12, what strengths do I possess? My answer was strength. I personally think I have been very strong for both of my families through both of these things and haven't taken a lot of time for myself. So that has probably been my strength. So that was our activity today that we did. And then I also brought in the first activity that we did the first day I went to the one place. This is kind of what it looks like here. Well, just the name of the place I'm going to. But this is called 64 Things I Wish Someone Had Told Me About Grief. And they're all very good, but all the highlighted ones I'm just going to kind of read over on things that really were close to my experience with grief. Death is not an emergency. There is always there is always time to step back and take a moment to say goodbye. So that was something that stuck with me. Also, death and grief make people uncomfortable, so be prepared to be around awkward encounters. So, it's another one. People will say stupid, hurtful things without even realizing it, which happens a lot. Let's see what else. Death brings out the best and the worst in families, so be prepared. That's probably the number one, like I've already touched on. So, yeah. Anger is a normal part of grief, which has been a very normal and ongoing thing from my grief experience personally with both brothers. Anger has probably been my number one feeling so far. Grief can make you question your faith. This has been another big thing for me. None of y'all probably know this, but me and Aubrey are both very religious. We have been going to church since we've been together. But when you go through something like this, it really makes you question your faith, for sure. So that's something I've really had to deal with, and I am still dealing with. Grief doesn't come in 5 neat steps. Grief is messy and confusing. Grief makes you feel like you are going crazy, which is very true. Grief can make you question your life, your purpose, and your goals, and that isn't always a bad thing. Another one I highlighted was grief triggers are everywhere. You will see things that remind you of your loved one all over the place, and it may lead you to a certain outburst of emotion, which has happened to me multiple times. You lose yourself, your identity, your meaning, purpose, values, your trust. Another one, people will tell you what you should and shouldn't feel and how you should and shouldn't grieve. Ignore them. This is a big one. Some people think that, number one, everyone grieves the same or should grieve the same, and that is obviously sadness. And that's not the case. A lot of people grieve differently, like I've read and like I've said, and a lot of people don't understand that. Not everyone is completely just sad and heartbroken and laid up in bed and on anxiety and depression pills. That's just not everyone's way of grieving. Like I said, personally, I've been very, very, very angry. I've had anxiety attacks, a lot of different things personally that I've had to go through, and it hasn't just been sadness at all. Another one, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. Tears will come, they come in waves. So be prepared. That is a very true statement. I could be fine all day long and then be driving home, listening to some random ass song that has nothing to do with death, and I'll start crying. That's just a way of me grieving, and that's okay. Grief can make you feel selfish and entitled, and this has been number probably one of all of these that I've read. And I know that about myself. I'm not going to get into details, but there was an instance with my older brother, or older of the two that passed away. He was 18. That really, really, really just triggered me and didn't set easy with me, that some stuff happened in my hometown that they did that I think went a little too far. But I think that was a little bit of a selfish and entitled thing that I had to go through, and I had to apologize to a few people about, because I felt like that was my brother, no one else's brother. That was my blood, not their blood. My grief and not their grief. And I had to realize that other people are grieving about my brother, and my brother made a huge impact on so many people's lives. So I really had to work on that and apologize to people about a few things I've said in the past. Another one, just because you feel pretty one day doesn't mean you're going to be cured of your grief. Just because you feel, sorry, that didn't make any sense to me. Just because you feel pretty, sorry, my phone almost, it said it was 10%, so, anyway, let me start over. Just because you feel pretty good one day doesn't mean you're cured from your grief. That's another one I highlighted. There are many days when you will feel totally and completely alone, whether you are or not. And that is very true. Grief can make you do stupid, crazy things. And the last one I highlighted on this piece of paper was, watch drinking alcohol can quickly become an unhealthy friend. At the beginning, that was probably something that I was dealing with, but that surpassed pretty quickly. But yeah, that's just probably about 20 of the 64 things I highlighted that were that stuck out to me, that have been a part of my grieving process. If you would like a copy of this, I can send it to you via email or through Instagram, Facebook, whatever. But it's helped me just to be able to have these little packets of different things that we do throughout each week, to look back on them and just see the things that I have improved on and the things that have helped me. So, like I said, this place is in Fort Worth. It's called The Warm Place, and it has really, really helped me out. So, if y'all like this video, and if there's enough people that are enjoying it and want to hear more, I will do my next few sessions. My group is about to be over with, I think, in 2 more weeks. So after that, I'll figure out if I'm going to go back or not for a little bit. But I hope y'all like this video. This was me, like I said, in the first video I've made of this vlog. This is me opening up, because I know I'm not the only one having to deal with this. And I've learned that through my group. There are so many people that are my age and other ages that are having to deal with grief completely on their own and don't know how to deal with it, and don't have resources or know of resources that they can go and get help from, or don't feel like they want to get help. And that was me at the beginning, and I was looking all over YouTube and trying to find people that on coping skills, on how to grieve and stuff like that, before I felt comfortable going to a group. So if y'all like this video, please like and subscribe like always, and I really hope that y'all enjoy this video and it made an impact on maybe a few different things if you have been going through any kind of grief, or if anyone ever ends up having to come back and listen to this video again. Like I said, it's really helped me, and if you're in the Fort Worth area and you've ever had to deal with grief, great place to go. If you're older and you have children, there's a group for literally every age group. I think there's, the youngest is like 2 to 3, and then it goes up from there. So there's different groups, different times of the week that people go. So yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe like always, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.